Hello and welcome to a scene for Hong Kong House of Cards. Today there is a sale on at the largest computer store in town, and this happens to attract a certain kind of person, namely people who like computers. So strangely enough, Dextra will be there because she likes computers, and she will be buying some additional RAM and hard drive upgrades and a new processor and various bits and pieces that she will use to make her already impressive system even more impressive.
Chris, do you want to go first?
I guess I can. Christian will have come to the store mostly to get out of the house. I mean, get out of the brothel. I mean, oh God, why? And kind of.
It's not brothel anymore. Adam fired all of the staff.
Well, okay, the ex-brothel.
The ex-brothel that is currently covered in paintings made by a mermaid. Okay, some of the rooms are covered in paintings. It's a work in progress.
Yeah. To get himself a new computer. Build himself a new computer. Simply because you kind of need some entertainment whenever there's, nothing but changelings in a building that won't go anywhere near you. Something, something, banality, something, something, burns, something, something, stay away, you monster. Yeah, so he'll be, in the store looking about and looking for various pieces for a new computer. And actually, can I ask for textural perception alertness? Because there is something that is kind of a little bit not so obvious about the character, but it is something that is perceptible.
Okay. It's not her best skills, but we'll see what happens. Yes, she notices.
Yes, she does. Christian not only has, while he's looking about and probably about the same vents that Dexter is, he has absolutely no freckles, no imperfections on his skin, no blemishes, nothing, no marks or characteristics that are any sign of imperfection. Everything about his skin and his features are perfectly smooth, flawless, and symmetrical.
Pretty odd in an appearance to person.
Yeah. He's not very attractive, but he's perfectly symmetrical with no flaws in his appearance or anything.
Yep, Dextra has pretty good skin too, but that mostly comes from spending the majority of her time out of the sun even before she was embraced.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And despite the air conditioner and everything, his hair does remain completely flawless. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So about this time, my character will walk in, and he's wearing a modified Google glasses. Instead of the normal bar with a cube in one eye, it has two of them on both eyes. So, and he's just well, he's in nice clothes and a button-down shirt, nice pants, and he has a white coat on, and he looks vaguely cat-like. You can't quite place it, but yeah, he looks vaguely cat-like. And he comes in and looks around the room, kind of just browsing around. Hey, Chris, with my new glasses, would I be able to see anything strange about you?
Uh-oh. My computer's lagging.
You're muted. Hold on. What was that? So yeah, Chris is having some computer issues right now.
What's your effects? Wait, continue.
Yeah.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I can hear you too. So it's just frozen on my side, so I can't actually see anything. But I'm trying to remember. You have
Mind, matter, and prime.
mind, matter, and prime. Um, as far as
They seem fairly normal to all of those except possibly Prime.
yeah, as far as prime goes, you're a big ball of quintessence. I mean, each of those points, each of the points of blood in your system, all that vitate, that's quintessence.
It's fair enough.
I am actually, um, I'm basically a big ball of magical energy. As in, I'm a walking magical effect.
Got it.
As in, I eat, breathe, sleep, I am a magic effect.
Dexter, however, when she sees Nick, is going to kind of back away slightly and see about going to go and pay for her stuff. Because she's seen him one place before, and it was filled with evil people.
Yeah.
Right. Hmm.
And if you want to do a perception empathy, then you are more than welcome to.
Yeah. Might as well. As soon as I find empathy on here. I probably don't have it.
Woohoo! One success.
Woo!
I'm
That's
not
basically
empathetic.
what I already said. She sees him and she moves away because of him.
Yay, I actually succeed.
Woo!
Alright.
Yeah.
So, my character will spot you, and I'll casually walk up to you and say, "Hi, I think we've met before."
No, never ever went anywhere. I'm gonna go buy this stuff.
We're thinking you would
Yeah, she is absolutely terrible at that.
I am going to play around with my little device, and for anybody that's noticing, it will start making a nice humming noise. Nobody, other than mortals, nobody will notice. And
Oh man. Well, as soon as it makes the humming noise, as the person that can literally hear the speech of technology, as in I can hear the spiritual speech of spirits of the technology, I'm actually going to whip my head in the direction of the technomancy that's going on because that's going to get my attention quick.
yeah, so the effect is going to. I'm just going to stand there for a moment or two, and the effect is going to last for the scene, and it's going to have two dice towards the effect, and it's going to be a calming effect. As in, you're going to think, oh yeah, I'm a long-lost friend, and you want to get to know me effect, sort of. Kind of puts you at ease.
Yeah. You still walked up to someone that saw you and freaked out and went, hey, I know you. He's going to be slightly freaked out.
Yeah. As far as mechanically, because he used mind, basically he's using like low levels of dominate of calm,
Yep.
breathe.
Musa.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll look back up to you after I get done with that, and I'll say, yeah, weren't you the new recruit that was ran into my office during that mock invasion?
No. Because it wasn't actually her, that was Izumi.
Ah,
Yeah, Izumi was the one who ran into your office. She was just looking at the Myrmidon suits when Izumi dragged you out, and then Adam used his sword and she ran away.
okay. Yeah, weren't you, yeah, I remember seeing that. You were one of the new recruits that was part of the invasion. Ah, cool. Nice to meet you again. Didn't expect to see you around.
Christian will
Hey?
actually walk over to the two of you and kind of glance between the two of you and go, so I don't know you.
Me?
I definitely don't know you, but you've got my attention.
Okay, just for reference, which one are you pointing at?
He is pointing at Nick.
Okay.
At the.
Well, you certainly have mine. Why do I have yours?
Well, we can start with the thing on your wrist or the thing on your head.
This? And I'll hold up the device. What about it? And by the way, it is still humming, guys.
Yeah. Not exactly very standard.
Well, define standard. I do work for some pretty unstandard people.
By the way, I think it would be appropriate for me to do a perception occult on recognizing magical effects.
Yeah, alright.
Because, come here.
Yeah, I know, right? Especially a technomancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say you probably recognize someone using technomancy in front of you.
I mean, technically, it's not the same thing as our technomancy, but still.
It's a variation of technomancy. It's not your kind of technomancy, but it is technomancy.
Yeah. Yeah. So tempted to fry the darn thing.
I know, right? Both of us can burn it out.
Yeah.
Well, I can move on to a non-technological way of affecting your mind. Technically, I have a little bit. So, what are you guys doing in here? Or should I say, what branch do you come from?
Weren't you in the one that kind of burned down?
Not exactly too particularly certain what you're talking about.
You just need me to type something into my wristband and just see me show it to you, both of you. And it'll be...
Sorry, I can't really hear you. I don't know what exactly Chris is doing, but it's making background noise.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I'll type something into my wristband and I'll show it to both of you, and I'm going to type it in the chat. And yeah, that's what you guys will see on my wristband.
Why the typing?
Are you asking that in character or out of character?
In character.
Just trying to send a message, and I'll show you what I have written out. And that will finish what I was typing.
Oh, man.
No offense, but I probably would not invite you places.
Well, I do know about Riker's...
Like, I can't hear you.
Sorry.
I do know about Riker's pub. I'm not quite sure what's happened to it. Since the, No Knock.
It's closed for Halloween.
Okay.
They're having a big party thing.
Oh, yeah, I did hear about that. I hope all goes well.
Well. Well, there's always other places to go.
Right. I don't think you guys would feel comfortable going back to me to look over a couple of experiments I have going. You know, since you are other technocrats and all that.
Yeah, no. Definitely not gonna be happening.
So, why don't we go to, I don't know the other name for the council, where the council's place is at. There.
Oh, it's a temple.
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't we take a tour of the temple? And we can talk and discuss things.
Right. Well. Let's see.
I'm assuming both of you pay attention to which temple I'm talking about, because I don't know what the name of it is.
Just a minute. I need to roll something. Yep. Your wristband is dead.
Yeah, that wristband just went.
Yeah. Even repaired is going to have problems.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's 3 to kill it, and it's and 4 is even repaired is gonna be a -1. Yeah. I just killed your wristband.
That sucks. So you no longer feel like I'm your best friend.
Yep.
That abiding fear is coming back, but the fact that I haven't done anything to you should help.
Yeah, yeah, no, it is. It's just the fact that you were messing with her mind, and she's aware that you were messing with her mind, and you were suggesting going places. She's like, right, well, I can take this calmly up to this point. I really need to be thinking clearly if I'm going to be dealing with scary, dangerous people who are making me calm.
Yeah. I just didn't want you. I just didn't want to have to be chasing your character. That's why I did that. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So, I suppose I could meet you at the temple. Seeing as I'm sure you'll know your way in.
Yeah. I've been invited in before. It shouldn't be that hard. And I'll turn to Christian and say, do you know what temple we're talking about?
I've got a pretty good idea, if I'm right.
Okay. So I guess I'll meet you guys there. And I will pay for Dexter's purchase and walk out.
Yeah. Christian will pay for the computer parts that he had grabbed, and
Christian will be fairly certain that Dexter zapped that bracelet.
oh yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah,
probably more obvious to anyone outside the three of us, but it was pretty darn obvious amongst the three of us.
yeah, yeah. Especially since I can do the exact same thing.
Yep.
We're just like, well, I know that.
I should have said, yeah, I can roll a counter effect, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, Tremere Magic is stronger. They have bigger dice pools.
Yep, I do. So I'm like, okay.
It's to make up for the fact that it's less flexible.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's got more throughput.
Yeah, theoretically, everyone makes it to the council chambers because I'm assuming everyone knows how to get there. But Dexter's
Yep.
like, I am sure as how not telling him how to get there.
Yeah.
If he can get there himself, we can discuss stuff. But
I've been there once unenchanted and twice enchanted.
yep.
So I've been there once unenchanted, which means that's good enough to be able to get there, right?
Yes, it is. As long as you pay attention to the order they light the candles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're all at the council chambers.
Mm-hmm.
My character will say, "Hi, I'm Nick. Sorry about all of the weirdness before. Just we weren't in a nice, safe spot. And as the council already knows, I am an undercover agent infiltrating the technocracy."
Right. So, did you become an agent because you didn't want to get killed by Adam?
No, I was an agent before you guys actually started it, and not exactly new to the city, son of either, and I've been in for quite a while now.
It'd be handy if people told people stuff.
Yeah, it would. It would, really prevent people from trying to make this for me having to try and keep people from running away scared, but I guess communication isn't developed yet.
Well, it's kind of creepy messing with people's brains.
Yeah. I didn't want to have to chase you down the street, though. So.
Why would you have to chase me? You just let me leave.
Well, trying to talk to you is kind of hard. Because I have seen you before.
So, who are you? And this time she'll look at Christian.
I am Christian. Christian Reynolds, to be precise, if you care. While I've been here, I'm not any part, per se, of the council or of any of its protected groups. But I have been assisting.
Well, that's good.
Especially since I did help provide some information about the wall.
At that point, I'll look at you and say, oh, you have information about the wall. That's really classified information. What information did you have?
Oh, methods of creation, maintenance, how it was formed, the rough types of who was used to make it.
That's very specific information and highly classified, some of which I don't have access to. And I work for them, so may I ask who or what you are?
Well, I am who I am what I am, and I both have rank not within the technocracy, but with the technology.
That's very specific.
Dexter will just look confused.
That answers none of my questions.
The technocracy was not the only people who created the wall.
Oh, who else was?
Well, as a technocrat or technocracy would refer to them as extraterrestrial entities were used.
Okay, I've not read many of the books on the extraterrestrial entities. That's the Department of Avoiding things. So what about these entities?
Wait, so are there really aliens?
No, they're called extraterrestrials by the technocracy. The rest of, well, people would refer to them as umbral spirits.
Dexter will look mildly disappointed.
Yeah, but I don't think any of my lords up to know what you are.
Nope, probably not. And one of the entities used was a entity known as the Weaver, if any of you are familiar.
I don't know if I know that with my lords. I have Mage 1, Son of Ether 2, New World Order 2.
If you don't have Umbral Law or Gary Law or Shifter Law, you probably don't know it.
Yeah.
And I don't know it.
Meanwhile, I've got Umbral Lore, Shifter Lore, Neogaiken Lore, and Technocracy Lore.
I've got Changeling Equation, Camarilla, Kindred. Actually, I have Umbral Law 1. I probably do know who the Weaver is. That's probably about all I know. But
Yeah.
that's not the point. I have Umbral Law 1.
Yeah.
I'll turn back to Christian. Ask, okay, so where do you fall in all this? Are you a mage, or are you an Eldrexter to Dextra, like one of them?
Out of interest, other than the fact that she ran away from sunlight, which admittedly is a bit of a giveaway, but the Quasian can do it too. How do you know what she is? Because she shows up,
As soon as
other than the fact that she shows up with lots of energy, and is clearly magical in some way, you don't have life sight. So,
yeah, so I do have mind, so I know you're a person, but I am kind of going off the fact that I don't know you're a vampire or anything. I just know I see, you're full of magic.
Oh, yeah. You know what the weirdest part about Mindsight, though?
Hmm.
I'm about as much mind-based as a hit mark, except for the other half isn't matter.
It's life.
Nope. It's spirit.
So
So, like, part of my mind is not matter, but like is not living mind kind of stuff.
I, on the other hand, probably turn out fairly normal under mind sight.
yeah,
Yeah. Under matter sight, though, you would register as being a dead body.
which I have.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah. So it's just like you're not dead.
Right.
You're not dead that runs from sunlight, which means you're either a Qui-Jin or a vampire.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And since he doesn't have either the Qui-Jin or Kindred lore, he probably doesn't know the difference.
that's fair enough.
Yeah, so one of them, supernatural in general or vampire. So however you take it.
I'm not a mage. I'm not a technocrat. I am not a shifter. I'm not a Hideo Gaiken. I'm not a vampire. I am something else.
Well, you're chock full of magical energy, so
I'm also not Fey.
either you're walking font and a new type of node, or you're something that
Actually, while I'm basically pure magic, I have 0 quintessence. So I am not a node. I am like a magical spell walking around with no quintessence.
got it.
So basically, you're a weird thingamajig, and aliens aren't real, but the technocrats think they are.
Yes.
How
They
do
call
you know
uncles
aliens aren't real?
because I know what they're referring to as aliens, and they are simply minions of the Weaver.
Okay.
Who are these Weaver guys, or the?
Umbral spirits.
Okay, who's this Weaver guy?
An aspect of creation designed to give order, structure, and names.
Cool. All right. So,
Sometimes I imagine it's kind of like a big spider.
Oftentimes, she is known quite much for her webs.
so I'll turn back to Dextra and say, so you managed to turn off my device, and I'll show up my dead armband.
Well,
You were using it
act-
to kind of manipulate my brain, so you know.
What, Chris?
I actually think it was more of a large spike of electromagnetic energy from what I was feeling, but close enough.
Yeah. There's some things I have to work out on this, but I'm pretty sure you did it. You kind of, I'm assuming the technocratic ways of Tremere are visible. Like they have a way of doing the technocratic rites and all that, Chris.
Thaumaturgy is thaumaturgy.
So it's
Yep.
obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Thaum is not subtle.
No, like I said, all three of us know that I did something. The details of what I did might be a bit fuzzy, but all three of us know I did something, and it made it go poof.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're, well, from what I can tell, and I'll tap my glasses, are a dead body walking, yet you are able to cast magic, or at least some form of it.
Yes.
He's not made out of matter, and I'll pour you the Christian. So, are you, and I'll think for a moment, a vampire?
Yes, I'm a vampire.
So, do you sparkle or do you burn in sunlight? Just curious.
Sorry, could you repeat that? You're not very loud compared to
Do you
Chris.
sparkle or do you burn in sunlight? Just curious.
Something.
You still can't hear me?
I think you said something about sunlight. Sorry, could you try repeating that?
It's in the chat.
Sparkle or burn in light. She's gonna go with yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm meeting a lot of new people and creatures, and so I don't know what all you can do. I've only been focusing on the technocracy aspect. So, yeah. Do any of you, and I'll talk to both of you yet, have any information on what the technocracy has, does, is, any blueprints, any tools you managed to get from them, anything?
Well, they have those great big armor suit things.
Oh,
You saw those.
yeah, Myrmidon suits, as their, as the slang for them is called.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have those. They're more commonly called Allenson R25 hard suits. I've actually come across one of them and have one of them in my possession.
Still a little bit. I'm still a little bit confused that you say that I'm not made out of flesh. I mean, I can pull my skin and everything, or out of matter.
No, I did say you were made out of life. You were.
No, you said that I wasn't made out of matter.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I matter.
Oh yeah,
A little
it
bit.
is matter, but you're not dead. Big difference.
Because apparently I'm dead. She waves.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm alive.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
I don't do a lot of things with live things.
Are you sure he doesn't think that we're aliens?
I don't know. He might think that we are.
So we're aliens and you're like a hologram?
Apparently.
So, are you the one that got? So, are you the one that got them into the compound, Dexter?
Well, we know stuff. I don't know. We've been doing some research and handing the information into the council, and then we're trying to do stuff. And apparently the office burned down.
Well, not necessarily burning, more like cemented. I destroyed the part of the wall. Fun times.
Did the fire alarm go off?
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah. Out of character, this is the first time you know that she did that. It just went off.
Okay, yeah, that would explain a lot.
So, I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
You're a member of the Technocracy, so that means you're able to pass through the wall like I am, I assume?
Yes. It would kind of blow my cover if I couldn't.
Yeah, it might if you wouldn't be able to walk through it.
What about it?
Oh, just curious whether the wall differentiated between you. I know it can tell the difference between a Technomancer and, well, most mages.
From what I've
No, I don't want to test that.
been able to gather, it can't differentiate between Sons of Ether and Technocrats.
Interesting. I know it's unable to differentiate between me and the people who actually maintained the wall, so...
Right. Your mindset is very different from everybody else's here. If I had to say, it's more like mechanical, structured. If I had to say anything, like the hit marks that we have.
What are hit marks?
Oh.
They are creations of the Technocracy. They are robots, essentially blends of flesh and machine.
Sometimes.
So more cyborgs than robots.
Yes.
I was going to say, if it's just machine, then you'd be thinking more robots and androids, but if you go in the flesh, you're thinking more cyborg.
Well, my understanding the flesh isn't normal flesh, it's created flesh.
So Borg style, grown in vats?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Some of the later iterations, especially 8s, 9s, and 10s, are grown in vats. They're trying to get rid of hacking, which I am doing my damnedest to circumvent. However, earlier models don't have full integration of biological tissues, so they're more machine with a fleshy.
Well,
Terminator style?
Terminator style.
Yes. They're also incredibly vulnerable to, they're incredibly vulnerable to being shut down like any other piece of technology. Strong enough electromagnetic pulse can fry them.
Well, strong enough electromagnetic pulse can kill somebody too, but...
Well, yes, but that takes an incredibly powerful electromagnetic pulse to interfere with the brain chemistry.
Yeah, well, I have it down to a science, and I'll tap the back, and it looks like two circles inside each other. It's really useful for changing somebody's mood or implanting things.
Possible. Though, you should watch out for any of them with, oh, you can't hear me at all?
Sorry, no, I meant Charles. Can't hear him at all. He's really quiet compared to you, and yeah, it's really not very loud.
So
Yeah.
If I get any louder, it's going to echo in Chris's mic, even with the door shut.
Yeah.
Or Charles, you could move the mic closer to your mouth.
Ta-da!
Now talk, my fabulous kid.
So I am currently working on a what do you call it? Hacking in and creating a virus for the latest renditions of the Hitmark 10s, to turn them into sleeper agents.
Viruses are fun to build.
Yes. Well, I'm currently in the middle of a project of trying to figure out how they tick and reprogram the one that I have in my laboratory right now. So hopefully it turns out great, and hopefully I can do it without getting caught.
Well, their systems don't seem that impressive.
You would be surprised. It's a lot harder than it looks.
No, I mean to hack into if you were going to try and spread it and stuff.
Well, the Hitmark 10s, they are a mix between biological and machine.
Yes, they're also incredibly loud and noisy, and, well, very easy to listen in on if you're anywhere near them, to be honest. They're incredibly loud and talkative, especially when there's 2 or 3 of them within a group. Then they start chattering back and forth between each other, and it's annoying as hell to listen to. Hate when they do that.
Don't they talk on their BDAS?
I guess you can call it that.
So,
Well, I mean, you could just, set off a pulse. As long as it's small enough. You don't want to go fritzing the city grid.
well, the whole point is to take the this section of the technocracy out from the inside out.
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done, but if I have all of the hit marks under my control, it makes it so much easier. That, and you can, if we get enough people, we can infiltrate and take over the Mirror Mother on the seats, destroying the lab and most of the technocratic presence in here.
Yeah. I know I can only handle about 3 Hitmark 10s at one time by myself, so they're...
Can you broadcast to them?
Yes. And they can broadcast to me.
Do they send data packets, or can you send data packets?
Oh, they frequently do, sending their status, their whereabouts, what they're doing, their directives. They always chattering about that.
We might have to talk later on after I get the virus complete. Maybe you could help me transmit it.
I doubt it would. My method of communicating with them is not going to be one that a virus can spread through. I assure you it's far more protected method of communication than anything a virus could even hope to transmit through.
Alright.
But if it's a spirity virus, would that work?
A spirity virus, well, yes, that would theoretically work, except for
Because if
that.
the spirits of all sorts of different things, and there's a virus, and if we find the spirit of the virus, could we transmit that?
Yes, probably. Actually, very readily. And it would actually depend on the individual hit mark for how well any of the communication would go about. But interfacing with the Hitmark 10's spirit would be easier than trying to interact with the Hitmark itself.
But could we kind of see about a way of trying to broadcast it?
I was thinking that I could possibly do it in the VDAS.
Only main problem is him trying to take over the world.
Me?
Yeah, huge army of robots. What is the main problem with huge army of robots? Someone trying to take over the world.
Oh, well, I thought that it was a huge army of completely helpless robots that are incredibly weak, flimsy, and are utterly unable to do anything because they're completely incompetent.
Doesn't matter. Huge army of anything. Main problem, trying to take over the world.
You don't have to worry about that. Trust me, you don't. And yeah, it's a lot easier said than done. Because taking over the world, I'd have to take on the technocracy and everybody that they're associated with head on. And
He's just going to reach out very slowly and see whether he stops her and take a piece of his hair. Just one strand. And then she's going to put it away.
As a Tremere, don't you have like aura perception so you can tell if I'm lying or not?
Pardon?
As a Tremere, don't you have aura perception to tell if I'm lying or not?
He's asking out of character.
No, it's not to see whether you're lying or not. She is stealing a piece of your hair because if you do end up turning evil, she can use it to find you.
So
what's up with the What's up with the hair?
Insurance. If he goes evil and tries to take over the world, insurance.
Now, what if I go evil and try to take over the world?
Do you have an army of robots?
No, but I could probably take over it.
She's just going to give you a look like she is considering whether to steal some of your hair as well.
So I keep on hearing about somebody that has meat from
well,
makes me curious if they actually need it to be made or not.
Yeah. Hey, Deborah. You'd love how much armor my hair has. No, my hair has 9 dice of soak. I'm pretty sure my hair could resist being plucked.
The question is, would it?
Yes. Yes, it would roll its soak.
Considering she won't be rolling damage, it's a bit moot.
Yeah, because
where you hear the strand of hair scream out in agony as she tries to pluck it.
Yeah. Oh no. You know what the worst part is? My clothes have 9 dice of soak, but only while I'm wearing them.
Right. That is weird. However, Dexter will reach out and be tugging on this one hair.
And it'll just be like, you tug on it, and it's actually harder than steel.
Yep. Because
as
she's
in
tugging on this one hair.
As in, even the strand of hair itself is harder than steel, and it's still flexible like hair. It is impossibly tough.
Yep.
It's like,
yeah, that's still what she's doing. She's tugging on this one piece of hair, and it's not coming off.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think that, Christian will just be like, I don't think that will work. I've had a cat thing try to claw me and throw me through walls, and that didn't even tear my hair or mess up my hair. I don't think pulling's going to work very well.
A fast death?
Yeah, sure. I don't know what they're called.
You have weird hair.
What makes it say
We'll let go of it at this point. She's
Yeah.
going to say you have weird hair.
I don't think my hair's weird so much as exactly as it should be. Exactly where it should be, too.
It's weird.
And you'll notice that you didn't even mess up his hair at all. Like, it just settles right back where it's supposed to be and everything.
It's weird. It's exactly where it shouldn't be.
Where should it be?
No, it's exactly where it shouldn't be.
Where shouldn't it be?
Exactly where it is.
So you're saying that it should be somewhere else, but it says that it says that it's supposed to be right there.
No,
Oh, it's supposed to be in your hand?
no, the whole thing is supposed to be 2 millimeters to the left.
Oh.
So, you're the only other technocratic guys that I've met. So, who here has the blueprints for the Myrmidon suit? Just curious.
I do not.
Adam has them.
Oh. Well, if Adam has them, I guess I can torture him with my presence long enough to try and talk it out of him.
I suppose I could send you the JPEG.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
But he's got the printed out version.
What is he planning on doing with them?
Well, Adam and myself have very, very clear rules of I stay on the opposite side of the room as him and don't get closer unless
His hair is in exactly the wrong place.
Is that one of those Changeling people? Krishna? Is that one of those Changeling people?
I have no idea.
Yes.
Okay. Because they're the only ones that really don't like people standing near them.
I think they don't like him because his hair is in exactly the wrong place.
Well, apparently I'm scary and monster and black and a black hole and full of evil, something like that. I don't know. I don't really understand it.
Right.
Adam can't make the Myrmidon suit by himself.
Just a second.
Okay. Yeah, Chris, it'll take 20 quintessence, and then each time he rolls it, it's another quintessence.
Yeah, that takes forever.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
You know you can't possibly make the Myrmidon suit, right? If you guys make it from scratch.
I still really can't hear him.
Well, I think it's because his computer's using his laptop mic and not the mic on the headset, and he doesn't know that.
Quite possible.
So yeah, Adam can't make the Myrmidon suit because it's just beyond his skill.
I suppose I could take a look at them at some point.
Possibly. I don't know if you would have any more success than him, but I don't know what his skill is in making something. But,
Well, computers are kind of my thing.
yeah.
Well, I can tell you this now. There's no chance I would be able to make it. I have not made it before, and I have no ability to learn it. I could create other things, but not that.
Is this because your hair is in exactly the wrong place?
My hair is in exactly the right place.
See, that is why it's in the wrong place.
Because it's in exactly the right place?
It's too exact.
So you said you cannot.
She's waiting to see. She's keeping an eye on this hair. Out of character, she's waiting to see whether it suddenly shifts. to see whether it's one of these kind of like.
Nope, it's very specifically perfect and unchanging.
Yup. This is why she's going with is exactly the wrong place. She's trying to see whether it gets through, and suddenly it decides exactly the right place is just a little bit different. Too exact.
Yeah. Even worse, I regenerate ag.
And.
Yeah, I regenerate ag faster than even Guru can.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Also, vicissitude's a joke. I healed its non-ag.
So you said you are unable to learn anything else. Lots of people are kind of surprising in the fact that they're adaptable enough to change and learn new things. What makes you different?
I am able to learn about as much as a hit mark.
Hit marks can learn from reprogramming, but and through experience in the field.
Hit marks don't. Charles, hit marks don't learn from experience in the field.
Really?
Nope. They may pick up like points of data, but they never learn abilities that aren't programmed into them. They have to be reprogrammed.
Okay, so
But I mean, the Borg learn by adding biological and technological
distinctiveness
essences to their own. So, do the hit marks do that and kind of like absorb things?
Sometimes they have to be reprogrammed by a programmer or somebody with the appropriate experience or know-how that can.
Well, that sounds like a major defect.
It is a major defect. The inability to learn from experiences is by far the most major defect anything can have, and the most annoying.
In that case, I think we'll let you off on your hair.
So you're very close to a hit mark in the way you're talking. So whose control are you under then? If you're hit mark like?
I am under my own control. I have autonomy in my own actions.
Okay. That's odd. Right. Wow. Quiet. You still there, Deb?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
That's kind of weird, though. You would have thought the first thing that they'd want to bring over from the biological side, if they were trying to make weird fusion robot things, would be the ability to learn and to grow and stuff.
But if you give the ability to learn and grow, they will form opinions and ultimately
I suppose
Possibly
that is
like,
where Skynet comes from.
yeah, because they learn, grow, they form opinions,
And they can
which may not be the same opinions you want.
and they can eventually turn against you. So they kind of don't want to do that.
Hmm. Maybe they should make robot mice instead.
Well, I do know that's sort of kind of what the Society of Teachers is kind of going for, equality for all. If you can't tell, I really don't like the technocracy.
Who does? They kind of go around doing stupid things like putting balls in places and.
Yeah. Have you guys heard about the deep sea operations for the technocrats or technocracy?
Oh, the deep water thingy.
Yeah, the deep water thing.
Yeah,
No.
but I think the mermaid was talking about it.
Yeah, I think she mentioned it, and somebody else brought it up to my attention, I believe, last night. None of
See,
you have.
that is another bad thing. Going around destroying whole cities of mermaids. I mean, I didn't even know the mermaids were there, but it's still a bad thing.
I don't think the technocracy recognizes the mermaids as a species.
Yeah, because they still want to go around polluting places. It's a bad idea.
Well, mermaids don't exist, so I don't know why they would recognize them.
I think they do.
I've yet to see a mermaid.
All it takes is a little broadening of your mind. I would
That
offer to reprogram you, I guess is the correct word, but I don't think you would be like that too much.
I'm pretty sure if you tried, I'd kill you.
Intentionally or unintentionally?
Both.
But I'm pretty sure there are mermaids.
Yeah. Pelagia sure thinks she's one.
Just like, supposedly they're a fae, but they're just people that are scared of me and call themselves fae, but I've yet to see anything that even remotely suggests that they're anything but people that are afraid of.
Well, how
Well,
do they know to be afraid of you? If they're not, different.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the people, the people in the shop weren't running away, so clearly there must be some reason.
except for those very same people. Well, while they act weird, in my presence most of the time, they
Adam turns into a cat. A big
who turns into a
lion.
cat?
Adam turns into a mountain lion.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No.
Yes, I've seen him.
I've lived with him for well over a month. No, he doesn't. I would have seen it if he does.
He does. I've seen him as a mountain lion.
Dextra. 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 You're arguing with a stone wall. And I'll turn back to Christian and say, yes, what you're describing are what the technocracy calls reality DVDs, and the technocracy doesn't believe in them either. We don't believe they exist. It's the same with these so-called vampires, werewolves, and, as you call them, changelings? I think that's the word. Mermaids, changelings, I don't really care. So, And I'll turn back to Dextra. Dextra, to him, they don't exist.
Well, mages exist. Vampires exist. Shifters exist, especially the Hideo Gaiken. But I've yet to see any actual proof of a fairy. Just people who are afraid of technology.
Well, until I'd seen you, I didn't know you existed. But you did.
Well, my existence doesn't depend on your belief. So,
Kind of my point about the Fae.
well, especially since what I am is actually something relatively new.
Okay, not my point. Point is, you can not know that something exists. You can know that something does exist, but knowing that something doesn't exist means you kind of have to know everything everywhere, and that's very hard to do.
Well, I'll believe that they're actually fairy as soon as I can get any proof of it. Until then,
That is
all I've got is
reasonable. But saying they're not, well, you don't know that. You just don't know that they are. There's a difference.
all I know is they're afraid of me most of the time. Other than Adam just wants me to stay on the opposite side of the room.
Hey, Chris.
Yes, Charles?
Whenever I get Prime 2, could I share my memories with you about going into the dreaming?
That would require Mind 3.
I have that. I said Prime 2.
Because of Ari's idiot thing of you have to have Prime 2 to store memories on an item.
So that's storing memories on an item. That's different to storing memories in a mind. And you do have part of a mind, so you should be able to do it.
Well, no. Ari's ridiculous thing that in order to record his own memories into a item would require Prime and not matter. Instead of requiring matter,
that makes no sense. But that's not the point about why. But that doesn't have anything to do with him giving the memories to you.
Yes, it does, because he can't. Because he doesn't have Prime 2, Ari hasn't let him store the memories.
But could he literally put them into your brain instead of into an item?
Yes.
That's a bad idea. That's
sort of.
Just a bad idea.
It's probably a bad idea, but my point is, if you need the Prime to put it in an item, you don't need the Prime to put it in a brain. But anyway, all that aside, I've got a special thing that will let you see the fairy stuff, but then you forget it when you put it down again.
What are you talking about?
I've got a special thing that will let you.
Right, Chris has kind of gone a bit. Chris,
Hold on.
Are you back?
Hold on. Let me go tell him.
Do.
He froze. Try talking. No.
Do.
Alright.
And this is where we all wish we had the same technomantic powers that we have in character.
Oh, yes. Why don't you come in here, Chris, and mute your mic, and we can share a camera.
Okay. Real bad.
Okay.
And
You hear
So
me?
I said, I have a thing that will. I can hear myself. But yes, I said I have a thing which will let you see the changeling things, but you forget about it again when you put it down again.
Okay. Well, it might allow proof then, even momentarily.
couldn't that do something with Mind One effect?
Enchanting a spirit.
Well, remembering, I should say.
No, not easily. You can't. It's I think it's more than a mind one effect, but it is something that you can do. But it takes like we did with the whole eyeglass thing. It kind of takes extra stuff. I don't really understand it.
Yeah.
But what is this item?
It's a piece of permanent dross. That's out of character information. In character, if you ask the exact same question, the response will be different. But
Yeah, I was asking you in character.
okay, it's a tiny dancing elephant.
Hey, what?
Tiny.
It's a tiny dancing elephant. Look, and she will rummage around in her bag, and she'll pull out it on her hand. It just looks like an ivory carved elephant. And she's like, "You can't see it dancing right now, can you?"
No. No, I can't.
Well, you could see it dancing if you were holding it.
Hold on, he's looking something up.
Yeah, I'm not sure what will happen to the dross when the banality 10 touches it.
Deb, you did say you were well versed in changeling stuff, right?
I would say mostly vampire and werewolf. I have been gradually learning the changeling stuff.
Well, actually, if you're looking at Christian from the Dreaming, you know the black hole of blackness of death and doom.
Yeah, I can probably see it right now. Yes.
Yeah, which means. Ugh.
Yup.
You now understand what the changelings we're talking about.
Yup.
Where I bleed all the color out in the room.
Does the elephant look afraid of you right now? The answer is probably yes.
The answer is probably burning in my presence. And
Yeah. I don't think it wants you to hold it, she's going to say. And put the elephant away.
Can I do an effect?
What kind of effect, Charles?
I was wanting to do a camera effect and have it see what I see through the dreaming. And put it like on a phone.
So you'd use Mind 3, Matter 3 to transport what you're seeing in your mind on as an image on your phone?
Yeah! Yeah, that works.
Yeah, technically.
Would you mind if I do that, Deb?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, I'll turn to Dexter and say, hey, can I see that dancing elephant?
Yeah, but it's really scared of him.
Okay. Well,
And
I have, like,
she'll pass him the elephant.
so it's kind of less afraid of me, but it's still kind of it.
Well,
Yep.
now it's 7 to the same spectrum.
Yeah. So yeah, I made. Does that 5 count?
No.
No. 2 successes or just 1?
2 successes. It's level 3 effect, which would make
As well as the fact that he looks like a black hole and we both look slightly grey. There are also weird hopping dead people around here.
Yeah, and you look like a dead body.
No, I just look slightly grey. Isn't the
Ah.
change? But there are weird hopping dead things because the traditional hopping vampires are in the council chambers. So the chimera that are around here are weird hopping dead vampire things.
Okay.
So you'll see those all over the place.
Yeah, and I'll pull out my phone, and you see me do something really strange on it, and I'll tap my Google Glass a couple of times, and then I'll hand my phone to Chris, and on the screen is what I'm seeing.
Yep. And you know what's the worst part about the mist? It also affects images and recordings, which means I will rationalize it as CGI.
Nope, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No,
Just like the delirium.
it does not. I always told it does not.
Once you hit finality 10, you rationalize anything related to the dreaming. So, still go. Nice CGI. This isn't proof. Pretty interesting effects, though.
I'll turn back to Dexter and say, I don't think he gets it.
No. But then maybe it's the not being able to learn stuff thing.
It might be that.
And the hair.
And the hair.
She's going to take the elephant and put it back in her bag. But while it was in your hands, it was kind of dancing.
Yeah. Actually, I think it was screaming and screaming in terror and kind of.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually it dances.
Was it dancing this time?
Oh.
Alright. I thought it didn't affect recordings because people can take recordings.
You can take.
That being said, we're in the council chambers, so the mist does not make people forget. That doesn't stop him rationalizing things.
Oh.
So you can remember all of that. Because we're in the council chambers.
Oh,
Including the dancing elephant.
I have a real question. Does it uncover any of your memories that are buried by the mist?
No, the council chamber effect is that you cannot forget things because of the mists.
Okay.
That doesn't mean you can't rationalize them.
Yeah. The stuff that you've already forgotten from the mist re-show up while you're in the council chamber.
Yeah, you remember everything you saw.
Okay, but I will only remember the stuff that happened inside the council chambers.
Yes.
Yeah, everything inside the council chambers you will remember.
Okay. But I won't remember any of the stuff that happened outside the council chambers that happened while I was in the dream.
No.
Okay.
It's only inside the council chambers. However, when you're enchanted, you can remember the stuff that happened when you were enchanted. It's just the stuff that's in the council chambers you can remember whether you're enchanted or not.
So, since I was enchanted, whenever you handed me that permanent dross, would I
Yep.
have remembered everything?
Yes, because we are in the council chambers. You would have forgotten everything if we were outside the council chambers.
Joy. Well, I mean, everything that's happened to me in and out of, coming in and out of dreaming.
Oh yeah, you remembered all of the stuff that has happened while you were holding it. Now you can't remember all of that extra stuff, but you can remember holding it.
Okay. Wow.
And like you had the memories for a little bit, and then you set it down, and then you forgot about them. You'd probably remember thinking about them.
Yeah, it's kind of like, say someone had insulted you last time you were enchanted. While you were holding the elephant, you'd remember that because you'd remember all the stuff while you were enchanted. And then you could call someone a very nasty name because they'd insulted you last time you were enchanted. When you give me the elephant back, because you're in the council chambers, you'd remember calling someone a nasty name. You wouldn't remember why,
Ah.
because that was the enchanted before.
Yeah, unless of course you had thought about them insulting you, and so you thought about what the insult you were going to tell them because they insulted you. You might remember that you're insulting them because they insulted you, but you won't remember the actual.
Maybe.
You will probably remember thinking about it, thinking about the memory, but you won't remember what's in the memory.
Yep. Anyway, yes.
So my character has a big blank spot, and he's kind of just going, I'll save this for another time. Might have to go get a couch and a good psychiatrist, but you know what? I'll save it for another time.
So I'm putting my elephant back in my bag.
Yeah. Are you working on any? Are any of you working on any projects related to any technological things?
Yes.
So Charles, at 97, you'd have dreamlike recollection of the memories that happened while you were enchanted.
Okay.
While I'm at 10, absolutely nothing.
Duration of coma. All
Yeah.
right.
They get Hong Kong got rid of the coma duration for Supernatural because they didn't take players out of the game for months, which is so nice of them. I don't have any technological projects I'm working on though.
How about you, Dextra?
When you asked her, she just answered with yes.
Okay.
That was it. Just yes.
And you'd like to discuss or talk about?
Not really. Though, kind of, some of the stuff is about the people that you know, and some of it's just studying in general.
Okay. Well, if you ever get to that Myrmidon suit, you can always come over to my lab and take a look at it, but I would advise not casting anything. Just as a forewarning.
Why?
It's specially warded against mages, and if they don't match my paradigm, it kind of bites them in the butt. I don't know if it'll affect
It
you.
didn't do before.
As a person with knowledge of technocrats and those outside, the rest of us don't give a crap about Paradox.
Yeah. Jameer, no paradox. Woo!
Lucky you.
As in, the only negative side effect of me moving the bridge, picking it up and moving the bridge, will be that I will freak out hundreds upon hundreds of people, maybe even thousands upon thousands, and will have people come running to kill me, but Paradox will not affect me for doing something as inhumane as lifting a bridge on my own.
You can lift a bridge on your own?
Yes.
With what powers? or abilities.
I can either pick it up in both my hands and lift the damn thing, or I can pick it up with my mind.
Okay.
Cars are also very light. Bridges are a little bit heavy, but I can still do small bridges at least.
Right. Well, both of you know what project I'm
What?
working on.
You can't learn about the possibility of Fae? You can lift a bridge with your mind, but you can't learn about the possibility of things you don't already know about.
I haven't seen proof to actually state that they're fake and not just people that are afraid of technology or afraid of me.
Or really good CGI effects.
What it looked like.
Right, because, you know, we do CGI effects so that you look like a weird black hole.
Hey, I don't know.
And so that you terrify a small ivory elephant. That is exactly why we do CGI effects.
Hey, I don't know what's going on in your old head.
I don't know about you, but I have better things to do than spend all day making CGI effects of tiny screaming ivory elephants to freak out someone that I've never met before.
So I honestly don't know where this is going anymore.
Neither do I.
I don't think any of us do.
Nope.
I wanted to introduce my character, get them to know the other technocrats in the game, because this is the first time I've met them, other than Dexter, which is the second time.
Yep. I'm not a technocrat though.
Well, technocratic,
I'm a technomancer.
yeah.
I'm not technocratic or technomancer. I'm just a weaver creature.
Sorry? What did you say?
He's a weaver creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a weaver creature. I'm not a technomancer or a technocrat. I'm just a weaver creature.
Yep. Yep, I know this.
So yeah, it was just, I wanted to get to know the other people that dealt with technology. So I'd be like, hey, I have this huge project I'm working on. Can you help me?
Yeah.
It gets the technocracy.
It's just that her main project that she's working on is learning Technomancy 5. So she's like, I'm not going to talk about that.
Yeah. Well, my main project is flying up to autonomy 10.
So we can buy it down to autonomy 9.
No, I want to buy it up to autonomy 10. Just straight up buy it up to autonomy 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Dexter could fight a Tommy Tank.
No, because autonomy 10 means that I've hit the drone equivalent of Golconda and can start spending XP again.
Hmm.
I just got like 7 more months worth of XP before I can actually afford autonomy.
Mm. Fair enough.
There are these,
But back into character.
yeah, there are these tanks that people were talking about. Do you know anything about them, Dexter, or
I think Adam got kidnapped by one at some point.
I didn't hear you?
I think Adam got kidnapped by one at some point.
A tank?
I think so.
How do you get kidnapped by a tank?
Very easy. They open the hatch, they run out, they grab you, and then they run back into the tank.
Then I take shreds and kill everyone inside.
Except the person they kidnapped, hopefully.
Oh, I think he did.
Oh, well, then he did the smart thing.
Like I said, they tried to kidnap him and it didn't last very long.
Yeah, okay. But I heard these tanks shut down supernatural powers.
I don't know.
Well, I'd love to get my hands on one of them, so if they are rolling around the city, just let me know, please.
I think they were out by the wall.
And, well, we can't do anything with the wall because it's before downtime scenes are over, so yeah.
Yep. That's not the point. Point is information. Mm.
Yeah, I'm meaning to actually look into those tanks and see what they are, and how they work, and everything like that, but I haven't had the time.
Oh, I do have a question. I know I disseminated some information about the wall quite a while ago. I don't know if that information ever spread throughout the council. Did it? By any chance?
Extra.
Some information about the wall has been spread around. What information in specific?
Oh, the general types of supernaturals that were involved in its creation.
Oh, you mean the whole it was made out of Weaver stuff?
Yes.
Well, I think apparently people kind of worked it out when they saw loads of spiders on it. But yeah, I think people generally know that the Weaver was involved in its creation.
Why do people have to be arachnophobic? Jeez.
The Weaver's one of the Weaver's manifestations is as Spider Queen.
That could explain it.
The Weaver also has a good deal of bit of dealing with webs.
Like the silk webs or like interwebs?
Oh,
Okay.
the interweb by far was probably one of her better inventions.
Though I keep thinking I should get an iguana.
As Dextra?
Yes,
Why an iguana?
because they eat spiders
Hmm.
and insects and stuff.
Well, wait until you see a spider about the size of a skyscraper.
That's not the point. The point is that the iguanas will eat the normal spiders and stuff.
I think if you had an iguana that size, it would be called Godzilla. Let's not have that whole fiasco happen again, please.
No,
Again?
that would be a bad thing.
Again?
Again.
Who created Godzilla?
I don't want to know.
And when?
I think it was the Chinese once upon a time.
That would make sense.
I mean, it'd be one thing if they were referring to the dragon that was of the wild that is now the Weaver that is functioning as one of the power sources for the wall. Or it's helping supply it.
Oh, that's nice. Nice. Remind me, the next time those people decide to go on a road of destroying the wall, that me and you are in the group.
Me and the group would draw more attention to the group.
Me and the group will draw a lot of attention to the group.
Me and the group ends up with me running away through a chain link fence.
Oh yeah, as long as that one guy doesn't do that fire sword like he did.
Yeah, that was not very nice of him. He has apologized, but still, it was not very nice.
Well, maybe
Who did it?
It was Adam.
Adam doesn't have a sword.
Well, he had a sword.
Yeah, a big sword that was on fire, and then there was sunlight everywhere.
I'm not quite sure that was sunlight, but alright.
I haven't seen a sword.
He might have picked it up in the labs. We have experimental objects. He might have picked it up there. But
No, he brought it with him.
I haven't seen a sword anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes it looks like a pocket knife.
How does a sword look like a pocket knife?
It's a weird changeling thing, and then it makes sunlight everywhere. I don't know.
Maybe it's an experimental blade, you know, just it looks like a pocket knife and they press a button and it looks like a flaming sword.
Next, you're gonna tell me it's basically a fetish.
It might be. I don't know. Um,
If he uses a flaming sword as a pocket knife that's a fetish, this guy has some serious case.
yeah. But then he is a little bit weird.
A fetish is a magical item empowered by the magic of the spirit.
Oh, similar to what the wolves use?
Exactly what they use.
Well, it might be. I mean, he is a kinfolk.
I guess it can make sense. I could see someone creating a fetish weapon like that.
Okay.
But yeah, it was on fire, and then there was sunlight everywhere.
Fire and sunlight. That. Well, actually, just a Helio spirit alone could do that. You could just use the Helio spirit inside of it.
I don't know. All I know is lots of sunlight. I didn't want to be there.
Sunlight's a pretty big restriction. Yeah, and if sunlight makes you not want to be there, then must be pretty rough considering most of the day is sunlight.
Depending on where you live.
Well, it gets even worse up north,
True.
especially during the summer up north where you can have 24-hour days.
But yeah, it was not fun.
No doubt. No doubt. So why did the sunlight make you not want to be there?
Because I don't like sunlight.
Well, it's because of her that I knew of the invasion onto the facility. Because she busts through my office, into my office.
Izumi kind of freaked out the first time, and then I kind of freaked out the second time.
Okay.
Oh yeah, by the way, I hand each of you a business card. With my contact information on it.
And she will wrap the hair around the business card and put it away.
Yes, remember she got hair from me?
Hmm.
And Christian will put the business card in his pocket. As this is now the most indestructible business card ever. Actually, wait, no, it's probably not, because it's not part of him. Not part of his look. Therefore, the business card is not protected.
Does your look change to a business suit?
No,
And you just have a business card in your pocket?
no. Well, he says,
Are you sure that the business card will be there when you go back for it later?
no clue. It might be generated. Because it might smear my perfect look. So, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what else to do. We've rolled the magic. We've rolled contacting each other.
And we've confused the person with the the hair in slightly the wrong place. All of the hair is slightly the wrong place.
Yeah. So I don't know what we're gonna do with this scene now.
Nope, I have no idea either. Do we want to kind of call it there then?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Okay.